Good afternoon, traders. Welcome to NinjaTrader Live. I'm Tracy Shuchart, senior economist, and here are the headlines while we were away. Big news all over Wall Street is about the Oracle Blue Owl split. It's kind of becoming clear that even the slightest hint of trouble around data centers is enough to spook investors who are banking on the AI boom to power equity markets and provide a wave of debt deals in 2020. So the latest hiccup, if you haven't heard about it already, which it's all over everywhere, but is around Oracle's financing for a data center in Michigan. Now, it's largely moving ahead as expected, with a key difference that Blue Owl Capital, which has been a long-time partner in its rapid AI infrastructure build-out, opted not to contribute equity to this particular center. That fact alone, confirmed by Oracle in a statement today, sent the stock into a renewed tailspin and put the cost of protecting its debt against default on track to reach its highest closing level since 2009. So even though the project is progressing as sort of planned, these mega construction loans might not exactly be on the balance sheet as debt. They're adding to massive lease obligations, and Oracle has committed the most money out of all the hyperscalers to data center leases, inking $150 billion worth in just 3 months, ending in November, bringing its total commitments to $248 billion. So that's kind of creating counterparty exposure across Wall Street, and the debt against defaulting using derivatives has risen to its highest since the financial crisis. Obviously, all AI stocks, AI-related stocks are down. Oracle's down about 6%, NVIDIA down over 3%, Google down almost 3%. Tech sector as a whole is down almost 2% today. Moving on to more news in the tech sector, Google releases more efficient Gemini 3 AI model products across the board. They are rolling out an affordable version of its most powerful AI model across products, building on the company's momentum after a successful launch of Gemini 3. Although that is great news, Google's still being dragged down with the AI jitters, being that they have are also in this circular nature of this, with billions on the line as well for AI. Next we have, and which I have actually been talking about this, but there was a Bloomberg NEF report out that said copper is heading into a structural deficit from 2026 as demand from electrification accelerates faster than new supply. I've been talking about this. They also said that copper, platinum, and palladium have experienced a very low capacity addition at a time where demand is growing. So again, this is something I've been talking about, but now you have Bloomberg's saying what I said. So there you go. And we do have a copper, platinum, and palladium all up today on that. We did have a 20-year auction. Didn't really spur any reaction. Came in right on the screws, stopping at 4.798% versus a yield when issued at 4.799%. And demand details were generally unremarkable, so it went well, as could be expected. Bostic was on the line or talking at an event. Now, he's not a voting member, but he was rather hawkish. He said Fed policy won't be helpful for structural job changes. It's a close call, but inflation is more worrying than jobs, and GDP growth is solid, and he sees that continuing in 2026, all of which are rather hawkish comments, meaning he would be against any more rate cuts. And last but not least, the Senate passed the National Defense Authorization Act today, and sending it to the president's desk for his signature. That was a package of the package of $901 billion with a B, a policy bill, which is actually $8 billion more than the Trump administration even had requested, cleared bipartisan support in a vote of 77 to 20. Again, that will be going to the president's desk for his signature. And a note on the bill's bipartisan tradition. This will be the 65th year in a row, the 65th consecutive year that Congress has come together across the aisle and across both chambers to send a bill designated to sustain and strengthen national defense. So this is the largest national defense bill ever to go through in history. And with that, I will hand it off to Jim for an Edge report.
Thank you, Tracy. Let's start with the E-mini S&P today. This is an interesting chart. There's a lot of stuff technically going on. This is a day chart, a daily candle chart that I have up here, the E-mini S&P. Remember, we are firmly in the March contract right now. And a couple of things that, other than this giant red candle that we see right here in front of us, a couple other things kind of stand out. Number one, I have an anchored VWAP from the high close that we had back on the 28th of October. That's that white line going across my chart. And we are right at that. And we're a little bit south of it, to be honest with you, but close enough to say we are right at that anchored VWAP. So it'll be really interesting to see if we get a close above or a close below that VWAP and whether or not tomorrow we get a continuation candle or not. I know we have some news, but anything could happen. The other thing that's interesting here is just kind of looking at this area I highlighted here, this volume profile from December. Point of control is still up here, right? It's still a really nice Gaussian-shaped, bell-shaped distribution. Point of control still up here at 68.47.5, give or take a couple of ticks. Low volume so far down here, but we haven't been down here yet this month. This is the first day we've been below this low peak here, which was 68.05. So we are breaking new ground on the downside. We'll see what kind of volume develops down here as well. Now, intraday, we had a really nice breakout trade to the downside. I mean, literally, we just sold off this whole initial balance. We just broke through the bottom of the IB low and really forcefully, right? This is a 30-minute candle. I know it was broken up over a period of time, but still, it's a big sell-off here, right down to S1. Now, interesting thing was we were kind of trading around two really important areas of interest: that 0 DTE put support, which is at 68.01 or 68 even, and that one-day min, which is at 68.01. So we had two really powerful areas of interest at the same level. So 1, 2, 3, 4 times we wicked through it. Finally, the fifth 30-minute bar, we broke through, and we broke through pretty good. Point of control is still up there, but we are definitely getting volume down here around 67.50. And just to kind of bring this down a little bit further here, we do have some more targets should this continue to sell off. S2 is right around the corner, 67.78. And then below that, a lot of empty space till you get down to S3. So we'll see. This, in my experience, should be a continued trend day down. You never know. We can get some kind of recovery at the end of the day, but this is not looking good. Series of lower highs, series of lower lows. Doesn't seem like there's a lot of buyers here. Let's just shoot over to the 30-year bonds really quickly here and take a look at a daily chart. The 20-year auction, I know it's close. It's that far end of the yield curve, right? It's where we're the part of the curve that's steepening. It was a pretty good auction, according to Tracy, and according to what I saw as well. So yeah, it was spot on according to estimates, but it wasn't bad. It was pretty good. So just kind of looking at the 30-year bonds, I know it's a little bit longer. It's 10 years longer. We're still in this consolidation range, right? And that's this. Look at this little lower yellow hamburger bun down here, right? We're talking. That area of resistance is starting around 115, 20-ish, give or take. And at the bottom of the conversation, we have that support at 114.21. We've been sideways here ever since, the 8th of December. So it's over a week now. We're still a sideways here. We're right at that 8 EMA. We're below the 8 EMA today. Yeah, we wicked above it yesterday. and we wicked above it today, but it looks like we're in for a little bit of a lower close here. So that 80 MA is still key in my mind, even though it's kind of flattening out, going sideways, which is a good thing if you're bullish here, but this low is not a good enough low yet to get too excited for any kind of rally back up to the upside on the 30-year Treasury bonds. Intraday, there's probably not a lot to do anymore today. We're kind of in the middle of the range, actually. We did wick up to that JAX 2 level. JAX 1 didn't really hold its own. We kind of traded below it a couple, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different 30-minute candles, but we couldn't get any more traction any further down. So probably end up in the middle here near that point of control. Right now, tracking 115, 10, 30 seconds. So we'll keep an eye on this also going into the close. That is this afternoon's Edge Report, and we are ready for the main event, trading the close. And we have Tanja Trades and Jadecap with us this afternoon. Good afternoon. How you guys doing?
Good,
Good
how are
morning.
you?
Doing great.
Fantastic. Well, we definitely, everyone listening, thank you for being part of the show. Part of the NinjaTrader community. We're in for a treat this afternoon with these two, and looking forward to it. Tanya, so let's start with you. What are you thinking about going into the end of the day today?
We had a massive sell-off, and I think that it could continue. So I just have to pick and choose our spots, essentially. It's kind of difficult. It's been a slow grind lower. We broke the 1155 low with a decent displacement here. I don't see another good displacement. I think we do have more downside in ES and NASDAQ. As long as we stay below like 25,000, we could get to 24,850s. ES could get down to thinking like a daily level down here even. So we've definitely had a big range so far today. And during lunch, not a lot happened. So I'm interested to see what we get from here. If we're gonna maybe come back into this area and reject again, or will there be some sort of energetic shift back up, which I'll be interested to see if that is, but the markets do look pretty soft right now. What do you think, Jadecap?
Yeah, I'm pretty much on the same page. I can share my screen. You guys see my screen?
Yep.
I think you can.
Yep.
All right. So coming into this month, I actually was pretty cautious of any long exposure just because of the way that we closed last month. So you guys can see here that we did have that lower high and lower low compared to October. So coming into this month, as we were pushing higher, I was definitely a bit skeptical. And then today, I was leaning a bit long coming into the session, but as we can see, we poked above the previous daily high, and then we rolled over. And then once we got this closure here on the hourly, it gave me a 4-hour bearish engulfing candle. And right now, as Jim was mentioning, this market is just creating lower lows and lower highs. And usually when we're in an environment like this, I tend to avoid trying to catch the falling knife. So, if we wanted to see some bullish price action, I would have wanted to see us take out the previous daily low and then reject. But, as we took that out, as Tanya mentioned, we didn't really get a rejection from that level. So I could definitely see us either going sideways or drifting lower. And then leading into tomorrow is going to be very interesting because we have a bearish engulfing candle on a daily time frame. So we took out the previous daily high, took out the daily low. If we get a closure below yesterday's low, I could see us possibly trading all the way back down to this gap down here, which is 24,600. And I honestly would not be surprised if we revisited November's low all the way down at 25,154. I've talked about this last time we were on stream, the monthly time frame. We've rallied quite a bit this year, and it would not surprise me to revisit 22,500 before seeing any further price action higher. Obviously, that can all change. We do have CPI tomorrow, but I would say leading up to CPI, I would be extremely cautious of trying to be long this market. We've gotten this retracement, another markdown. We could go through another period where this does drift higher, but then at some point maybe we roll over again, and then we take out these lows in here, or we take them out tomorrow. So that's really what I'm looking for. I don't know how much more room this market has to run. Just heading into close, we've already dropped quite a bit and we're down 1.66%. So unless we really reclaim yesterday's low, I'm just leaning bearish.
Yeah, got it.
Valid.
Yeah, we're still rolling too. There's about 400,000 traded in the December, even the S&P anyway. About 1.4 million traded in the March. So it's roll's still going on. It's not 100% over yet, but getting close to the end. Before I dip into the chat, couple of quick announcements. I do want to remind everybody that next week, Christmas week, we are dark at NinjaTrader Live, and apparently what dark means is we are not broadcasting next week. So no shows next week. We will be back the following Monday, I think that's the 29th, with a very special little surprise for everybody in the morning session. I don't know what time, don't ask me, but we are going to play 2025 greatest hits compilation video that our very talented group of talented people have put together. I haven't seen it yet, but I heard it is spectacular and, well, kind of funny. So definitely want to see that. In any event, thanks everybody for being here. Lastly, but not leastly, that subscription button. We really appreciate the subscriptions. It gives the channel more visibility, brings more folks in. High tides lift all boats. Everybody in this chat, anyway, is awesome. The way they help each other out, ask questions, joke around with whoever is talking or showing charts. We greatly appreciate that also. So if you haven't hit that subscribe button, it's free. It doesn't cost anything. Just move your mouse over there and click on that. That would be super awesome for you guys to do that. But I appreciate everybody who has done that, by the way. Having said all that, I am going to dip in the chat at Tanja and Jadecap. Best of luck in any trades you may take this afternoon.
Thank
Okay.
you. All right.
Yeah, so I've got some puts in QQQ. I got them at 612.
Mhm.
So I shorted right around here, which right was at the open of the 10 a.m. candle.
Yeah. You know
So
what's
we had
funny
this
is like
nice
actually I
markdown,
was
and then we had this nice sideways price action. So I
yeah.
entered some puts in here, and then it broke lower. So I'm
Basically
thinking
after
I'm
like
probably
the
gonna
hour
hold this
closed,
into
right?
tomorrow. What
After
was
the
that?
4 hour closed,
Yeah, after the 4 hour
inverted
close.
to the
Yeah.
downside.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I was going through. I mean, I've been going through some of my data, and I don't tend to do well when I'm trading ahead of the 10 a.m. close. A lot of
Yeah.
times, I would have entered at like 9:35, 9:40, and then by the end of the 10 a.m. candle, right, or that 9 a.m. going into 10 a.m.,
Mm-hmm.
the candle completely changed, and then I had a different analysis of the chart.
Mm-hmm.
So really,
Wow.
on that lower time frame, hourly, we had this run above the previous day's high, and for bullish price action, you obviously want to see like this bullish fair value gap hold. Once we broke that though, and we started trading down towards the midnight open, this felt like a really big manipulation. So when we get this closure here at 10 a.m., right, it's failed to stay above the previous day's high. So this is our liquidity rate. And we sold off from there. And we're also trading into this very large hourly fair value gap one more time.
Yeah, we were. Yeah, so basically I think ES was during that consolidation, it kept bouncing on that midnight open until it finally closed below it, and then we dropped very quickly.
Yeah.
Um hmm. Yeah, I wonder if we'll have another leg
Um,
down. So far I think we moved like 600 points on the day.
and then one other level I was watching in here is actually this breaker on the hourly.
Mm-hmm.
It didn't form there, but we got a nice closure into it, and then it collapsed. We have this down close candle. We run out previous day's highs, and then we break below it.
Pretty valid, yeah. It was it's been shocking how we've kind of been having these drops on days that there was no there was no news today,
Well,
right?
we
And
had there
later,
was a Fed speaker, and I guess they came out
true.
and mentioned that the job market was really soft.
Yeah. Yeah, I definitely know people have been getting laid off, so.
Mhm.
But they also have gotten new jobs since they got laid off, so I don't know. It's hard to gauge, definitely. But I do think that the Fed was this time like the most, like, what was it? 9 people voted yes for rate cuts, 2 voted no. One person said that point two to 25 BPS is not enough. Like that's the most that the Fed has ever disagreed so far. And I think
Mhm.
that right now they're gonna have like one more rate cut in 2026. And I'm pretty sure that's all they have planned right now for in terms of rate cuts. Hmm.
Yeah, I've been starting to follow some prediction markets.
Hmm.
You bet on the rate cut for January. I think the odds are in favor of that. They keep rates
Yeah.
the same.
Keeping them the same, not cutting them.
Yeah, at
Really? Okay.
least
Yeah.
that's what the odds are favoring right now.
Hmm.
You said I talk peacefully and make you want to go to sleep. That's probably not good. Gotta be locked in if you want to trade,
That.
man. Yeah, so
Same
somebody
here.
was actually asking me today, um, because they were anticipating like a weekly profile panning out. They were anticipating Thursday to be like the low and then Friday reversing. But those are just really guidelines. It doesn't necessarily mean that if you're following weekly profiles and you study them, that that's exactly what's going to happen, right? Because we could just continue dropping lower into the end of the week, see no bounce, and then we kind of come off the lows right before the close on Friday. So the context of the market,
We can.
I mean,
TGIF
yeah,
play, maybe.
for me, the context of the market is you're really just trying to trade what's in front of you. So right now, what I see is that this market is creating lower lows and lower highs. And until something changes on the higher time frame, that kind of just have to stay in line with that.
Hmm.
I mean, after yesterday's daily closure, I actually thought we were going to get a bigger bounce, but then when we rated the previous day's high and then closed below it, that was like a red flag.
Yeah.
And really,
I was
this
at kind of like a long, and then I cut it for like basically break even, like negative
mhm.
point 15 R or something like that. Very little because
Well, at least you know that you're trying
we're
to.
struggling to get back. And then on ES actually, there was a little divergence on the 1 minute and the 15 where yeah, NASDAQ couldn't get back above like a 945 high, and ES did sweep back above and came lower. So I was like, all right, I'm getting out. And then, but yeah, we
Yeah, I mean, at
traded
least you
heavily
know
after
that
ES.
when you're trying to play the long side, that you're keeping your risk tight and that you're not aiming for
Yeah.
swinging for the fences. Now, one level that I was interested in coming into this week were all these equal highs up here, but
Hmm.
we've already taken out this swing high over here, and we broke down. So I think the market's gonna have a very hard time coming back up to 26,100, at
Yeah,
least for the
I was
time
thinking
being.
about, yeah, there was a daily FE bearish FEG right there. We never got into it. It's kind of
Hmm.
interesting.
Yeah,
Yeah, we did take one out and then now
yeah.
we're dropping. Hmm.
And the way that this market's shaping up is really we're just kind of stuck in this channel, right? We've created a lower low over here. So I would not be surprised if, maybe not by the end of this month, but maybe leading into next month, into January, that maybe we create a new low down here, 24,130, unless something really changes.
Yeah, it's not a bad thought. I mean, we left a whole like so many, yeah, a week. We had that such a big surge up all year.
Hmm.
Um, it's not even
Yeah, I
if
mean, if
you
you look
look
at the
for
yearly
a
candle,
replacement would be
even if it
helpful.
retraces quite a bit, it's not like the end of the world.
Yeah, true.
We've got 14 days left in the yearly candle, and it'd be okay if we just came off the highs a bit.
Where did the year open at? What was the number on?
I have 22,183.
Okay.
And maybe next year we test 22,183 and then go higher.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we're coming slowly back up to where we broke the new low of day
Mhm.
at like 130. Interested to see. I mean, this was, I think, yeah, this 1 minute has like it wicked above it by a second. Yeah. I think it's a 15-minute bearish FEG. We'll see if what happens here. Hmm.
So when do you use options? I mean, for the most part, you're trying to buy options when the market is not volatile because the implied volatility makes them expensive. Right. So you're trying to get the options contracts. Let's say if you're trying to trade weekly and you're just trying to aim for like that one shot, one kill. Ideally, you're buying the contract. Let's say if you're bearish on the week, ideally you're buying it as it's going higher, where the put contracts are very cheap, right? So up here, if you had a bearish bias coming into the week, right, and we were trading above Tuesday's high, up here is probably where all the put contracts are very cheap, right? Because the volatility hasn't picked up yet. Or you could sell options. If you sell options, basically you're making a bet that, let's say if you could sell a call credit spread, you're basically saying that you don't want to see the market trade above this specific level by expiration date. And then the longer the market stays below that level, you collect premium on that. So the value of that contract goes lower. We just tapped into a 5-minute fair value gap. Guess we'll see if we get a reaction here.
Yeah, it's also 15.
Yep. But we've already expanded quite lower, so I don't really have expectations that we're going to run out this low down here.
Yeah, I could leave that for tomorrow. Kind of interested to see how this pans out, though. Maybe it's here. I think the ES, yeah, Nasdaq made a new low of the day at 233, and ES didn't. And we've reversed from that about, let's see, about 60 points. So far we are wicking that area, but we've come into the area pretty bullish. So it could just retrace into here and then go back up again. So kind of is 50-50, unless someone looking for like a quick scalp and, you know, first rejection,
Yeah.
10, 15 points or
But I
something.
kind of have that same target as 24,000, like 800s, if it does.
Yeah.
Which is like that next 4 hour swing point. How do I come up with my weekly bias? So if we just flip over to the weekly chart, right? What do you guys think these engulfing candles are? So we took out the previous week's high over here, and then we took out the previous week's low. Like, what is this on a lower time frame? These two candles. It's a market maker sell model, right? So we took out the high, we get a smart money reversal, and we take out the low. So coming into this week, right? Obviously, the close of last week was very bearish.
True.
We have this previous
Oh
previous
yeah, how
weekly
was
high,
that? How did Friday? Yeah, Friday closed
and then
quite
we got a
bearish.
closer here. Yeah, it did close above the previous week low. Still closed quite bearish though, right? We have this as like our bearish order block, the weekly open. So really, any long position should have just been a short-term trade, counter trend. You trade with like midnight opens and weekly opens? Because this
Yeah,
morning was like
I
a
like
really
that. Yeah,
great
this
indication. So we dropped down, retested the weekly open, and then just completely died.
pretty much. Or like for me, I entered after ES started to actually drop with the Nasdaq and close below midnight open.
Yeah, I guess what made you trade ES over NASDAQ?
No, I actually took NASDAQ. I just
Oh, okay. Okay.
yeah, I just took NASDAQ.
Okay.
Just kind of just like
Yeah,
looking at NASDAQ was
something else that
failing
got brought
below
up
it.
on
ES kept
and
getting
one of
driven
my
bottom.
sorry.
No
Go
worries,
ahead.
no worries. Yeah, go ahead.
So one of my mentors in Chicago, because I've gotten caught like this before where I'm following multiple markets and let's say if I want to be bearish, you probably want to short the weakest one. So out
Yeah,
of all these markets, right, NASDAQ is the weakest.
yeah.
And I've been burned before where I had a bearish bias and I was trying to trade the strongest asset, and the strongest asset obviously didn't drop as much.
Yeah, no, it's the worst when like the weaker one gets to your target and then the strongest is just
Not doing.
not doing much. And
Yeah,
then
it's,
like
maybe
and
it's
then
going the other
that's
way.
the worst because then you could actually have a divergence there and a reversal, right? Yeah, totally. Yeah, because I think Nvidia's down like yeah, 3.5% today.
Yeah, it's pretty big.
Mm-hmm.
So our hourly close, we did get a lower high, lower low compared to this previous hour. But yeah, the fact that we took out the previous day's low and we haven't gotten any type of bounce from that, I just don't see any buyers in this market right now.
No, we just broke a little short-term low after retracing into 15-minute. Let's see if there is any bearish FEG formed. Doesn't seem like so. Not right now. Let's see. Completely rebalanced there. So we failed at that 15-minute and that 5. And now we're retracing again. Would be nice to see another push lower.
What's your thoughts going into next year and next month?
Take it day by day, basically. Next year,
Good.
next month, that's a long outlook, but if you're thinking about how the yearly candle forms, I mean, and I think that we could retrace more and have a manipulation lower. Yeah, and then even if the year ends up bullish, it could start off
Yeah.
bearish.
I think that one thing that scares me on the yearly time frame. So let me just pop over to the yearly candle.
Mm-hmm.
Usually when we get these very large bullish engulfing candles at swing highs, those are
Mm-hmm.
usually for me signs of exhaustion.
Yeah.
And I tend to be very, very cautious of them because when I want to see them appear, they actually should appear at like a swing low. Because I've been in way too many trades where I was trading these setups on the lower
Mm-hmm.
time frames, and then we would lose the low, and then it would start cascading lower as like a reversal. So whenever we get these where we take out the low and then the high, I
Mm-hmm.
get very, very cautious because we've taken out buy side liquidity. And we would have what, three bullish years in a row. Maybe next year is bearish. I don't want to be like Debbie Downer, but
Do you
just
think that
something
the
to keep in
president would
mind,
allow
guys.
it to get bearish, though? I don't know.
What's that?
I don't know if the president would allow it to get bearish. I think that I I think that Powell is gonna get replaced next year.
Yeah. And they're also going to be pumping a lot of money into the economy, so
Yeah. This
yeah,
move lower has been okay for a little scalp, but not
we'll
much
take it day by
more.
day.
Yeah.
No, I don't always enter immediately after engulfing. You're actually trying to see a bit of a retracement. So like here, we have the 4 hour engulfing. On the 10 a.m. open, as it's trading higher, that's actually when you want to short it. But we didn't really have that lower time frame level. So if we drop down into the lower time frames, like the 5 minute,
Mm-hmm.
I was looking at this 5 minute fair value gap, but because we had that like hourly breaker that was overlapping it, I just assumed that we weren't going to trade into that level. And then when it started going sideways, that's when I entered short. We have this 5 minute fair value gap. And then this is our hourly breaker.
Mm-hmm.
And it's, basically stuck to the midnight open. So when that 10 a.m. candle opened, I really didn't want to see it trade up to that 5 minute fair value gap. So even if you shorted it though, and you weren't waiting for the perfect fill, let's say if you didn't want to wait for the 5 minute fair value gap, you could have shorted it and put your stop above the 5 minute candle high that created the fair value gap and aimed for the previous day's low. That's a 3-to-1. So I guess on the 5 minute, we got this closure below that last 5 minute up close candle.
Yeah. Yep, we just got that closure. I think we could end up dropping more.
Yep. I mean, if it goes to the 4 hour low, and this market is really going to close pretty poorly.
I know, right?
Yeah, big bearish day. They already printed enough to buy more toner. I think it's $160 billion that they're going to pump into the economy next year.
Is it actually? All right.
Yeah, so maybe they're sending it lower so they can buy everything cheap. Shorts are much more fun than longs.
Yeah, I know, right? They
Agree.
are.
They move a lot faster.
I agree that they do. Call the decent short from up here. Did anyone in the chat take it? Pretty decent. Hmm. Let's see.
Nice entry.
Yeah, I figured that was such like a at least like I said, like maybe like a scalp, and then while it was moving down, I was like, all right, let's just trail it there. Um, Thinking that the first time it's gonna get into that area, it's gonna reject it. Hmm. Also, yeah, if you watch the 30, I don't know. Do you ever watch a 30-second Kyle or no?
No, no.
Okay.
For me,
I need to have
for
Kane.
me, I
I
usually
gotta
don't
see
go
what
below the
Kane.
5 minute. I usually don't go below the 5 minute. So like if I'm using the hourly as my higher time frame, I'll trade the 5 minute time frame.
Okay.
I'm
Gotcha.
never using like the 15 minute as my higher time frame.
Okay, well, the 5 minute just closed below here, so that looks good. And we
Yeah.
are hitting these lows, and it does look weak there, pretty weak still. Um, I wouldn't want us to retrace too much. We've like really, yeah, it's been quite efficient on this move down. So I'm thinking like it'd
Yeah.
be nice if this gets violated and we kind of push lower.
We've really been respecting like all the levels.
Like, maybe I'll even, yeah, I'll see if
I mean, right around lunchtime, if you got a short in after we broke the previous daily low and it came back to retest it a couple times, 12:30, 12:45-ish.
Yeah. That's what I kind of like about that is that we just, it was a little bit of a manipulation of that high that we didn't rebalance into. And yeah, that's what it's nice to see when you have like highs into an imbalance. And yeah, there is more downside
Yeah. I mean, when I
potential.
look at the monthly time frame, I'm like, I honestly wouldn't be surprised if we go take out last month's low.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Next week is Christmas. Trading is probably gonna be really, really light. Um, that would kind of be a bad Christmas present, I guess, for the Bulls. If it just cascades lower and liquidates everybody.
Yeah. So far
Santa's
we're
coming this
all
year.
down here. Santa's
The
coming.
the crypto markets are getting hammered today.
How much is Bitcoin down today?
2.5%.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, this market is kind of been stuck in a consolidation, which is not good for bulls. Like we have this markdown, it's gone sideways, might get another leg lower.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't be opposed to like adding to my position either, but it's just kind of a matter of I want to see this low get taken, and then
Yeah, when you add, do you typically at least try and get your stop loss to break even?
yeah, something like that basically. Uh, or at least much lower risk than original. But yeah, that's the best where you can kind of add. You can move your stop. It's like trailing your stop and adding. So then your stop is actually still at break even
Yep.
because your average entry is lower, but you're trailing. Let's see. What time is it? It's 3:12. Okay.
12.
I want us to drop like at 3:15, to be honest. Yeah. For us to have more downside.
Yeah, I
So
mean,
let's see this 15-minute can.
get this
That
nice
looks good,
rejection from that
actually.
15-minute fair value gap.
It is, yeah, Lily rejected quite crazy from there. So
And then we're also about to take out this 15-minute candle opening.
I think ES already took away. Yeah, we took previous 15-minute candle low. I want us to close there. So my stop, yeah, I'm pretty happy. Stop break even.
And we've got another 5-minute fair value gap.
Yeah. We do. We could reach up into that. Yo, that's wild.
I know.
Dude, yeah.
I know.
Yeah. Yeah.
Pretty
Okay.
boring, huh?
It looks okay. I mean, yeah, these were equal lows. I had like 10 contracts, took off 4 there.
This is a
Now,
Christmas
and
rally.
then maybe this is the retracement. Maybe. But if we don't, like, yeah, I want to see this 315 candle kind of start pushing lower.
The one thing I don't like about options is like when there's news the following day, right? So CPI is coming out at 8:30 tomorrow. I'm not gonna be able to manage my puts. So I basically just have to kind of either got to take a gamble.
Yeah.
Either I close it or I take the chance that it's gonna go lower.
It So, I mean, then you could close some of it, right? And that's what I typically do. Close some of it
Yeah.
and let the rest ride. Especially if you're up.
Yeah, I'm up a decent amount.
Mm-hmm. When I'm like in a trade, yeah, I like to look at all the different time frames. So I like to see, like, yeah, for
Yeah, I
example,
do
the 5 minute,
too.
we just came back into this 5 minute here. We're wicking this actually. Let's see.
I kind of have that clock in my head. Like every 15 minutes, I'll take a look at the 15 minute. Every half hour, I'll take a
How do
look at
we
that
close
30
now?
minute.
Kind of
Every
just
hour,
look
I'll
at it
take
a
a look at
little
the
bit.
hourly
Maybe.
close.
Yeah, the 15 minute closed all right. We didn't engulf it, which isn't my favorite. So it's whatever it wants to do right now. Could come back into this, take this out by a little bit, go back lower, or you can stop me out, whatever. Doesn't matter. I figured. Yeah. So if we come back again into here, it's really is, it's consolidating. All right. See how this 5 minute closes now.
I haven't been trading prop lately, to be honest. I've been trading personal accounts.
Fair enough.
Maybe next year. Get back on the wagon.
We're coming into like a 5 minute, 3 minute area. We'll see how this closes. If it closes above, I mean, I'll just get stopped out and break even. Ooh, I filled 3 out of the 6. Okay, there we go. The rest. All right. Well, that was fun for a tiny scalp while it lasted, like we said. So it doesn't seem like we're gonna have
Yeah, we might just
another
consolidate
much
into the close.
lower.
We've already sold off so much today.
Yeah, that was fun though. Okay.
Kind of see where this hourly closes though. The hourly still could close bearish if we don't lose the previously hour high.
If we don't lose the previous hourly high.
Yeah. So we might.
We don't take it out.
Yeah, if we don't take it out.
ES just took out by a little, by like a point.
Do you have any like criteria for you getting back into a trade after you get stopped out? Yeah, I
Um,
usually try and give myself some time.
yeah. I
Like, let's say if we just reject the 5 minute fair value gap again.
mm, yeah, maybe we will close below it. I don't know. I think that I said I wanted it to happen at like 3:15. I wanted that to be engulfing, so that's why I'm kind of waiting here. Yeah, let's see. Well, I like to look to see if there's like another divergence or something. So what happened? Oh, that was actually interesting. At 3 p.m., yeah, ES took out. There was a little SMT there, yeah, between ES and the NASDAQ. ES made a higher high at 3 p.m. and then we dropped a bit lower. Now it's just back and forth, like I said. Hmm. Yeah, if we close back below that, uh, no, because I think I'd want to see this low get taken out first, then I just want more confirmation. I don't think I'd get in on the same
Yeah,
exact
I've been
trade.
sideways
You know, I like
for
to, if I get back in, I want it to be like a slightly different trade.
2 hours now.
What's been, it's been consolidating for 2 hours.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hmm. Yeah, it worked me out there.
I think
Oh,
if we don't lose this swing high here, I think we're still good to trade lower. But
it's such a weird structure here right now. I want to see the swing low get taken for the like 308. That gets taken like that would be interesting then, because then you'd have a
well,
lower
maybe
high.
people are just getting sidelined for CPI tomorrow.
Could be, or like people rolling over.
Mm-hmm.
How many contracts are there still left in this December contract?
Looking at the 4-hour NASDAQ, it's nearly a perfect expansion Dorito. What is a the Dorito?
It looks like a Dorito.
I don't know what an expansion Dorito is.
Oh, you're like reading the chat. I was
Yeah,
like, I was
must be a
confused. I
different
made up
trade
that.
setup.
Yeah. Let's see.
Yeah, I mean we've definitely already expanded a lot today. Um, my entries for my options contracts are much higher than where we are. And if we get a nice strong daily closure, I'm definitely okay just holding it. I look tense. I didn't really sleep great last night. Stayed up late making a YouTube video.
Oh no.
Yeah, I
The
know.
things we do for the
For you
community.
guys,
Let me see the volume. Okay.
yeah, I was actually telling my performance coach, I think I'm mainly just going to try and focus on intraday trading next year because when I've been swing trading, it honestly does drain a lot of my energy. Even if I'm not managing the trade, like being in a swing trade and then getting stopped out after 2 days or 3 days holding it doesn't really feel great. Like I feel like I've lost years of my life. And maybe I'm
Yeah,
only losing like 1 hour or getting stopped out of break even. I think intraday, for me at
true.
least, I can kind of be in and out and journal the day by the end of the day.
True. Like it's just yeah, I don't really like to swing unless I have yeah, a good entry and like a good outlook on the daily. Um, which honestly I do think that we could reach this liquidity level. The problem is though, like we said, sometimes like CPI, right, is gonna take this. Like what if CPI takes this tomorrow? Yeah, the entry better be better than the close today, essentially, because if it takes it and wicks it, and then we can start the open here, you know,
Yeah.
that's like the issue you come across, or if you're like swinging options. I'd rather just like we just made a massive, yeah, we broke on the 4 hour. We have a massive 4 hour FEG that's probably forming right now. Maybe I'm thinking tomorrow
Maybe
or
retest
trade into it if we don't
yeah,
hit
yeah.
this. That would be my perfect storm tomorrow if we go
Could
like
even
this.
retest the previous
Yeah.
day's low and then trade
Yeah.
lower again.
Yeah, exactly. Something like that. Um, maybe make some equal highs here now, like yeah, make some equal highs here and then during CPI we break above them and go lower. Girl can dream, but a lot of times what you like want to happen, it's not
Yeah.
gonna pan out that way. But like the talking about that is helpful because then when it actually shows up like that on your chart, you're ready to execute.
Yeah.
You're not like trigger
I think
shy.
traders always assume that whatever they think the market's going to do exactly what they think. And
Yeah.
usually that never happens.
Like the opposite.
Yeah.
Very rare. Yeah, it's a lot. So many times I have to adjust my bias or adjust what's happening because, oh, my target already got taken during pre-market or right
Yeah.
in the open or something like that. So
Well,
then
let's
it's
say if
like,
you have a
okay,
target in mind
neutral
and it's not
again.
really moving the way you want it to, maybe you have to adjust your risk earlier.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah,
markets are dynamic.
yeah, definitely. We have 3:25. Chat, have you guys taken anything in the afternoon today yet? Let's see. Let's see, chat. I mean, we saw that I had a little scalp there and then held in case, but no, we didn't have that flush lower yet, at least.
Now we're getting a rejection from that 5 minute.
The other Dave said we consolidated for 2.5 hours before swinging lower last time. Only a matter of time. Maybe.
Recency bias. Jade, can we see your screen? You do see my screen.
That is recency bias.
You see my screen, brother. My screen is on the right. Me and Tanya are basically looking at the same thing.
He's looking at the five. Yeah, like they asked only your screen. They want only yours. I'm sorry, I'm not good enough for you guys.
No, don't say that.
Okay, wait, we're gonna break this again.
Yeah, so basically I have this level here, right? Around lunchtime, we could see that we took out that previous day's low. And for bullishness, I typically want to see previous day's lows get rated and then very quickly reject and close above it. But the fact that we closed below it and kind of went sideways, that's really my indication that it's just a retest and that the market is still weak. And we're just going to continue pushing lower. And my next target is this 4 hour swing low. That's down here at,
Mm-hmm.
what is it, 24,852. So maybe this recent push higher that we've seen at the start of this 4 hour candle, maybe that's going to be our 4 hour high. But we have to be cautious because we've already taken out the 4 hour low. Um, I don't know. The 5 minute, is respecting that 5 minute fair value gap. And we're about to get another 15-minute closure lower. Wait for the new 30-minute.
Mm.
You do whatever you want, man. That's why I was asking you, like, do you typically have a period of time that you wait? Because if I'm trading like the higher time frames, if I get stopped out and I'm using like an hourly time frame, I might just wait for the next hour.
Yeah. So far there was that hourly SMT of ES. We couldn't come back above that, and now we just broke that low again.
No side glancing. I mean,
Someone said Tanya's side glancing. What?
somebody said I'm side glancing. We're looking at each other's screens. I mean, it's probably a good thing that we're both bearish, right? I don't think it would be good if it probably wouldn't be good if, let's say one of us was bullish and one of us was bearish, then you'd probably
We'd
see
have
some
issues.
choppy
We'd
price
start
action.
fighting here.
Yeah.
Be like, fight. Time to fight.
For how long do I skip trading in the new year? Well, basically next week, I'm probably not really gonna look at markets next week, and the week after. And then I'll probably be back, honestly, when the 5th of January. So I probably plan on taking like the next 2 weeks off at least. And that's not to say that the markets aren't going to move. I just need some time off. And what better time to take it than around the holidays? At least I can like sit down and get some other work done. Maybe journal a bit, write down some goals that I want to achieve next year.
Oh, we found the expansion Doritos, by the way. Let's see it. Okay. That was
There
epic.
we
Okay.
go.
Nice.
New trade setup. You gotta eat a bag of those, and then the market will go lower.
Certainly.
So I got another 5-minute bearish candle, but kind of just took out this
I don't like that
low
with
in
the
here, and
wick.
then
Yeah, I was
yeah,
waiting for that to finish just now, and oh, I didn't take a new
and then we got a
position.
5-minute candle that doesn't have a lower wick now. So maybe
If we,
this
yeah,
is
let's
gonna
see.
go lower. I don't know.
I don't know. If we respect this, then it's cool. If we end up taking 972 out, then it's like we're just in consolidation, and I'm not gonna
Mm.
bother taking another trade. If we take out 972.
But just so you guys are aware, like how I trade new candles is that if I'm bearish, I actually like seeing this where the new 30-minute candle opens up and we don't have a lower wick.
Hmm.
Because I know most times it is going to push lower.
Valid, valid. That's a nice wick on the 1 minute.
Send it lower.
I'm gonna try that. Why not? I just entered.
So how big are stops usually? Like 20, 25 points?
It depends.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
depends on
Right
like the
now
5-minute candle.
it's 20 points. Yeah.
Sometimes the 5-minute candle, you have like 100-point stop loss.
Okay, let's see this, people.
So
Oh, I know, dude. That is crazy. A 5 minute, 100 point stop loss. See if can we get down now? It's 3:30. Can we finally get down to that? I don't know. We'll see. I said I
4-hour
would
swing
see
low.
that reaction here, and we did have a nice wick there, so I just pretty much entered when that candle closed. And we'll see. Yeah, ES is going a bit lower there, which is a good sign for us. See ES maybe new low day. I'll have an alert on.
Jadecap, am I single? No, I'm married.
Stop. That's so funny. ES just took that new low day actually. Ba-ba-dum.
You got a love note saying that you can't get any more evals. I don't know if I can help you there. They banned me, so
That's funny. What time is it? 3:32. Just looking at
usually
this.
trade into the last hour like 4 to 5, or now you're usually done by 4.
No, I'm usually done.
Yeah.
I actually don't like that. We took that ES. That ES new low of day. I should have taken a partial there. Let's see. 15. We're coming back up again. Oh Lord. We're coming back up near the open of the
Have
15.
faith,
But we're
Tanja.
failing. But we're
Have
failing
have
there. So
have
let's
faith.
see.
You got this
I
one
know,
minute.
I'm kind of chilling,
You
but
got this 1 minute fair value gap. I think your
yeah.
stop's in a good spot too.
Yeah. I think I don't trust this low. I'm sorry, but I don't trust this low. This low gonna get taken. A little scalpy scalp, maybe. What does chat think? Let me know. They're gonna say, you're chasing Tanya.
I guess when you're like intraday trading, are you really chasing though?
Yeah, that's the point, right? That's the thought process. Are you really chasing because
Because you can still get
you're
tight stops
yeah,
on the low time frame.
yeah. What's my stop's not even yeah, it's exactly 20 points. My TP here is 30.
Just looking for what
Pretty
the hourly low.
pretty good. Oh, that the first TP is just at that new low day. I mean, I would like for us to have
Both
a
full margin short, please.
nice like rip down lower for into the close. Nice drop, like close near the lows of the day. That's possible. but we'll find out. I don't like that. Wait, what time was that? Okay, 3:33. All right, we'll see. But it's coming kind of back into the range, 3:30. Okay, I want to see us drop. Like, I don't want much more than this.
Got a bit of a doji, but ideally it keeps pushing lower.
We'll see.
I mean, even the last 5 minutes did create a lower high, lower low compared to this 5 minute candle.
Yeah, that's what I've been looking at as well. So I said that's why I would like where I would get back in is if we broke this low because we made a lower high and now we made a lower low. Yeah, I kind of waited to see this retracement and yeah, it was a nice wick. So I'm gonna enter. No, where I entered was pretty much 50% of this. So pretty decent. All right, let's see. 3:35. I just hope I'm not stuck in a consolidation for like 10 minutes. Well, did this 5 minute close yet? Not yet. Ideally, we close, yeah, below. We close red, which
Mhm.
looks like it is. My entry's pretty much at the 5 minute open. Okay.
I mean, usually that's what I like to see when we're bearish is consolidations. You don't want
Yeah,
to see a
that's
big
true.
displacement higher, right?
Yeah, that's true. Like
Usually when you get the
we've
consolidation, you get another
yeah, it's
leg
like a grow
lower. Yeah.
slow grind lower. That's a good point. Yeah, we're not getting any types of displacements really on
I mean, for me personally, I think it's sometimes the
anything.
best trades are when you're entering a consolidation because when it expands, you've kind of missed the trade, you know?
Yeah, it's true.
So why do people fail in this business? Is it because they can't read the chart or because they lack patience and proper risk control? I would say the latter. I would say the patience, the risk control, and having a process that you can follow every single day is hard. I think the interesting thing is I spent so many years trying to find the perfect strategy, but if
Yeah.
I just stayed with like one of the first strategies that I learned, I would have been profitable. I just didn't know how to manage my risk effectively. Like I couldn't take stop losses. I didn't know where my target should have went. And when I entered trades, I just couldn't sit in them long enough for the market to actually move in my favor. Like every
That's the hardest
little,
part.
yeah, every little up and down piece of price action was getting me to flip.
I feel that, yeah. Staying patient's the hardest part.
Yeah, patience issue. Yeah, I know Lanto. I've never met him in person, but do I think it's been a harder year than most? No. I think trading is hard in general. I don't think I've ever had an easy year trading. There's at least some months here and there where price action is very difficult, and you just have to get used to it.
True. Where this 5 minutes about to close in the next 40 seconds. We want to see
Dump.
it close lower. So as long as it doesn't, if it closes back up at the open, I'll be annoyed. Like basically if it closes around my break even. Let's see, 53.
Am I not going to trade? I have put options right now, and I have a position on in CQG, which is my prop firm in Chicago. You guys can see my screen. I have like $5,000 here.
All right, it's closing bearish. Let's get that slow drop lower. Maybe like I'll get filled in a
No,
second.
you can't see it.
We'll see.
Can't see it. You can't see it.
I don't know. We'll see.
Go.
Let me see. Can't see what.
He was asking if I'm in a trade, but I'm trading on my trusty CQG, which is like I guess one of the decent institutional platforms. Got a decent 5-minute candle, but it is retracing quite a bit.
Oh my gosh, so annoying. Yeah, those 15-minute closes, I guess. Oh Lord.
Got some volume imbalances in here. Maybe it'll turn around.
I don't know. What time frame?
5-minute.
Oh, okay. Maybe. Oh, I see. I don't know.
Oh.
341. It literally
I
feels
just think
like
it's really going to have a hard time trying to make new lows on the day, but see where my
feels like, I don't
he
know,
just
1050
hit that
MAC.
5-minute fair value gap again.
What?
We
Oh
hit the
yeah.
5-minute fair value gap again.
Yeah. I just don't like when I start just seeing the 30-second slightly bullish, but I don't really trust those lows either, these lows. So
You trade the 30-second charts and the 15-second charts?
I don't like the 15. I like the 30 though. I like to look at it if I'm in the trade. Some management. But you're right. You should like just be probably looking at that higher time frame where you entered off of. Let's find out. I wonder what the 350 macro will do today. Let's see. See how we react here in that 1 minute.
I mean, the 15-minute is, again, creating a lower high, lower low compared to the previous candle, but it might close bullish. So, we'll see. Which series of ICT? Honestly, probably month 2. I think month 2 is risk management. That probably, honestly, is the holy grail. If you understand the probabilities of a trading system, then it makes everything else almost not matter as much.
Jadecap giving everyone free sauce.
Yeah. For me, the risk management is probably the biggest aspect of trading because I think if you have a decent system and really good risk management, you can make anything work.
All
Because
right,
you're
I'm out of
really
that
just trying
trade.
to play probabilities.
Oh no. Yeah, I'm out of that trade. Came back up. I saw the writing on the wall there. I had to be quicker about a little bit that when ES hit new low day. I just wasn't quick. But oh well. No continuation. So what do you think at 350?
I don't
350.
know.
Macro gonna start soon. Probably higher.
I mean, for me, on the higher time frame, nothing's really changed, right? Like I'm still bearish. So I don't know if you want to give
Yeah.
it a third attempt, but it's already, to me, it's already late in the day. Probably would just
No, yeah, I don't.
hit
I'm
it.
just saying, like maybe in the end of the day, there'll be a push up higher
Yeah.
since that SMT
Close
happened.
off of the lows.
We'll see.
I don't know.
You would
The hourly's about to close bearish, though.
the hourly
Yeah.
at 345.
Well, it's gonna close as an inside candle, so there's gonna be some indecision probably.
Yeah.
Am I no longer with Apex? I got banned. They banned me.
Yeah, you get to basically choose if you take all the money or if
Yeah.
you want to get transferred to live account. If you
Yeah.
take all the money, then they, ban you basically. You don't take any more, can't buy
Yep.
any more evals. And
Correct.
then that's the smarter decision to take the money and run
Yeah, of
because
course.
like there's currently not really a
I don't know if I would put
upside to be like in a live
yeah, I don't know
account
if I
with
would
like
put $2.5 million into a
2 million.
live account,
Yeah, yeah,
which I don't
exactly.
you probably wouldn't be able to withdraw the $2 million.
Yeah.
You probably could trade with it, sure.
Hmm.
My banned Jadecap, I think I made too much money off of them. I don't think it was just me too. It was the other trade. The other trader made like $2 million too. So it was between me and him, Apex paid out like $5 million that month.
Oh, yeah, at the same time, right?
Yeah.
Are we gonna the 350? It's algo time from Kane when it happens. I can't wait. The Kane soundbite. Choo choo choo. This SMT, man. All good.
My thoughts on Bookmap. I don't use it. I just trade price action. I try and keep things as simple as possible. I probably spent way too many years studying new things. And the problem is when you learn new things, right, it requires a whole different work. You have to dedicate hours to try and learn it. I just don't feel like I have that time to dedicate anymore, and I don't really need to.
For which part?
Learning Bookmap or just
Oh,
anything
yeah.
trading related in general. I just try and keep things simple. I have targets in mind. I have a way that I typically trade with higher time frame. And at the end of the day, you still need to have really good risk management. So for me, all roads lead back to one. Having a strong process, strong plan for risk management,
Mm-hmm.
and having patience. That's honestly all you need. I've gotten away from trying to add new things to my strategy all the time. Because even if you learn it, it's not like it's going to change the probability of the next trade that you take.
No, it's not like
Somebody,
just keeping your head in the game and not like deviating from the plan is super important.
yeah.
So easy to just get distracted and do something else. What does chat think? At 350, what will happen? Dan Hampton says, holidays are killing me. I'm ready for normal schedule. Oof. Okay.
You don't like eggnog? Christmas presents?
I don't even know. I never tried. I don't even think I ever tried eggnog.
You've never had eggnog?
No, like, do you buy that you buy it in the store, right?
Yeah.
You have to make it or no?
Nah, I don't think so. You could just buy a gallon of it. Not a gallon. Don't buy a gallon. That's probably
A
way too much. Buy
gallon? Is there
like
alcohol in it?
No, I mean you
Uh-oh.
can get ones with alcohol in it, but you don't need to have
Okay.
ones without alcohol.
Wait. But wait, I have actual. Oh no, that's nutmeg. I have nutmeg, but nutmeg is in eggnog. Okay.
That's okay. I didn't have eggnog till I was like 30.
It's like milk
I'm not
and
really a big
spices,
fan.
I
Yeah, it's
think.
like it tastes like milk. It's like a thick milk, but it's like kind of sweet.
Rip Eggnog, someone wrote, yeah, yacht
Attention traders,
3167
it's
said
algo time.
vomit in a cup.
Algo
Here's the
time.
algo
It's
time
algo
in
time.
5 seconds. Yeah, look that SMT
We need
here.
Kane to
We'll
mention
see what
it in like
happens.
a Arnold Schwarzenegger voice.
Yeah, look, yeah, you can see the
It's algo
volatility
time.
happen there. Not crazy.
Yeah, they kept retesting that 5-minute fair value gap.
Why do we have to keep retesting that, Jade? Why do we keep have to retest that?
No comment.
It's enough. I
One
mean,
video, month 2, risk management.
is this low gonna hold?
Also, I think you got to try and figure out what type of trader you are. Are you a swing trader? Are you a day trader? Which one do you prefer? I go back and forth. There's sometimes where I enjoy swinging trades. There's sometimes where I don't. The benefit of doing intraday trading is you get a lot of reps, right? So you get to trade a lot of opportunities. There's elevated risk if you're trading a lot more, though. So you have to make sure that your position sizing doesn't get out of control. But at least when the day's over, you can sit down and journal when you're done. With swing trading, like if I enter a trade, and let's just pretend like these are all daily candles, and I entered short on the fair value gap, I might not be able to close that journal entry for a couple weeks. Like that takes way too long, and I think the learning process is a lot longer. Oh no, Tanya.
Bro, they had to like
I didn't say.
come for my
I didn't
stop by
jinx
like
it.
2 points, and then it went.
Yeah.
I mean, that's just life.
Yeah,
That's
it's
okay.
frustrating sometimes.
That SMD, that's literally why I was like, ah, shit. But when
And
the
then, I mean, like stop loss placement for me is never all. I can never really get it like perfect
I
because
said
like
the
even if it doesn't stop you out and you go back to your trades and you look at them, you probably find opportunities where like, oh, I could have had a tighter stop loss with better risk to reward. Or if you get stopped out, I probably could have put my stop loss here, whatever, blah, blah, blah. I think trading in general, you have to get comfortable with not being perfect.
yeah, it's too bad that yeah, SMT got violated, but it went to new low day right after. So can't really do much there to reshort or anything. Um, I mean, what I was thinking about doing, it's just like sometimes when you're scalping, you just do not have enough time.
Yeah.
But when ES hit the new low of day and that wick happened, I was like definitely like looking at
hmm
potentially just taking a partial or getting or and putting stops at break even, but held it. Why
Yeah.
not? It's just that we consolidate a bit. It's okay.
I mean, I don't know about you, but like when I get stopped out and I still get the direction of the market right, it still feels good to me, even if I get stopped out.
Yeah, yeah, that's true. I was hoping like, yeah, I was hoping that maybe, it's annoying when it does it in one straight shot, Like if
Yeah.
it inverted this first or took and then took out the lows, give you an entry, it's one thing. But yeah, I'm
Mhm.
still happy. I'm quite happy. Or took out this low first. I mean, made money earlier.
The hourly is going to close. I mean, this is a really ugly market. It looks, I mean, again,
I
I
said I
wouldn't be
wanted
surprised to
to
see
close on the lows,
this
so
market just continue lower. With even with CPI tomorrow, usually I'm not super confident, but when a market looks like this, I'm pretty confident.
yeah. I mean, look, we're literally we're gonna close in 7 minutes. Pretty much at the lows of the day or lower.
Why do some overconfident traders think trading with micros isn't good for making money? I mean, I think to me, position sizing doesn't really matter. Like, I don't really look at position sizing and think that because there's probably traders out there that are trading micros that are better traders than people that trade minis, right? And it's more so figuring out if you're a good trader or not, and not, you know, Because even if you're not making great money now, the person that's trading properly with micros will eventually outperform the person that's gambling minis.
That's true.
Wow, we
Can't
might
keep
really go
gambling.
take out that 4-hour swing low.
I know. Huh. Well, we could definitely drop
I mean, this is a
like
really
50 points in the last 5 minutes.
this is a
We've
really
seen that.
disgusting daily chart.
Let's see it. 5 minutes left. We are dropping.
Yeah, 2 micros is all you can trade on a 50K prop account. That's probably a decent size to trade, 50K. Somebody said Tanya's raffling a pair of glasses for you guys. Is there
Uh,
truth to that
I
or no?
I already did that.
Uh, well,
What are they talking
sorry,
about?
Alex Santana, you missed out.
We
Apparently you
did
didn't
that
win.
like a couple weeks ago. My stream. We could do it again.
Alex is misinformed.
I
How low can you go? To zero,
think we
maybe.
could. We could drop. I mean, that was kind of savage, but
Yeah.
hello. That's how it goes.
Those are usually the worst trades when you get tagged out. Right where your stop is like the high of the market.
I think that ES had an
It
S.
feels
That's
targeted at
annoying.
times.
Yeah, it could be.
Somebody's watching the
That's when you
stream.
have to step away from the computer because you like feel
You're gonna smash your
literally
monitor.
like, personally victimized by the NASDAQ or something.
Yeah.
Like
Yep.
Mean Girls. I feel personally victimized. Um, hmm, kind of wild. Okay.
Yeah. Even though it's not personal, it does feel personal.
Definitely. You can always have a wider stop if you feel like it, but then, sometimes it takes out the wider stop too. So you
Um,
just got to stick with what you got.
so somebody said after sweeping a swing low, what do you look for to target to the upside? Well, usually I'm looking for a closure back above the swing low. So we had a swing low, which was yesterday's low, but we never got a closure back above it. So, I don't have any upside target until bullishness is shown in the market. And I'm not just saying just a regular closure. I'm looking for like a bullish closure. Um, so if we take out a swing low and then we don't reject, I don't have any upside targets because I just anticipate the market is just going to keep going lower, which is what we got. Right? We took out the previous day's low. Market went sideways, didn't reject. So that's my anticipation that the market is extremely weak and that we're taking out previous day's lows for a reason. Right? The market is very weak.
Here we are.
We are into the close.
Hey guys,
Hey,
looking kind of ugly here, huh?
oh yeah.
Naste.
Yeah. Oh boy. Well,
I
tomorrow will
don't know
be
what's going to
interesting.
happen tomorrow with CPI. But it kind of feels like we might get another bearish day. It's based on the close.
You're gonna get all the conspiracy theorists saying, "Oh, there's someone leaked it."
Yeah, I know.
It's ugly. Yeah, and then tomorrow we're still finishing up the roll, right? From December to March.
True.
So
So
interesting.
tomorrow's the last day of the roll.
I think expiration's Friday, so
Okay.
Friday morning. So yeah,
Okay, today's
pretty much.
Wednesday. Okay.
Yeah, we were at about this morning, we're at about 71% of the open interest was rolled. So my guess is it's going to be like going into tomorrow will be at 95% or something like that.
Got it.
So anyway, We will see. Great job, you guys. Let's see where we end up closing here. I mean, there's just no relief in sight.
Oh,
Ugly.
Yeah.
not the Santa rally we're expecting. Where's
Yeah.
Santa?
Santa's on vacation.
There we go. There's the bell.
Okay.
The book is still pretty thick too. It's still going. Anyway, fantastic job, you guys. Appreciate you being here on NinjaTrader Live this afternoon. Very, very excellent. I do want to tell everybody about tomorrow. Tomorrow we have a very special host. Guest host is Maggie Lake. If you haven't seen Maggie, she's fantastic. That's all I could say. She is very awesome. She's actually going to be taking over Anthony Crudele duties. I mean, not that you could really take those duties on, but she's going to do it in her own way. So we're looking forward to seeing Maggie Lake tomorrow. Special guest Stacy Herbert is going to be with us as well. Tape Talk with Farm, Trade the Open, Nick for a Tick, Jack Gleason, Leo the Big Cat, and Selma. So we have power-packed morning.
Oh,
But we're not done. Trade the close. Selma's coming back for double duty with XYZ. So tomorrow's going to be an awesome day at NinjaTrader Live, everybody. So we appreciate everybody if we see you in the morning. Well, we appreciate you anyway. So let's get some thumbs up here for our two superstars of the afternoon, Tanja Trades and Jadecap. Appreciate you guys for sure.
all
Thanks, Jed.
right.
Then finally, the last mess. I just want to remind everybody. I already said this. Next week we're going to be dark. In other words, we're not dark means apparently in broadcasting lingo, we're not broadcasting next week. So we're taking the week off. No one's going to be around. Everybody, hopefully you all enjoy your holiday weekend next week. We'll talk more about it tomorrow and Friday. And then also when we get back Monday, I do want to remind everybody again, for folks who join late, that we do have a very special 2025 greatest hits video we're going to release on the 29th of December. So not this Monday, but the next Monday. And believe me, it's going to be good. I haven't seen the whole thing yet. It's pretty funny and it's very, very awesome. So
Woo.
yeah, and we might see you guys in this video. I don't want to give away the secret sauce.
Uh-oh.
Any event, thanks everybody for coming. Awesome community as usual. Most important message of the day. Please be safe out there. Be good to each other. We will see you soon.
Woo.